Tim No37 and Hate the Hate, New Jersey. That's right, we are branching out. So the first out-of-state, out of New York show will be October 12th at Dingbats. And I am sitting right now with our featured band, our headliner for this one, the one and only guitar god, Mr. Angel Vivald.
Ah, thank you very much.
How are you, Angel? How's everything?
Amazing, man. Very, very fortunate, that you guys, branched out again, and that you have me being part of this amazing event.
Well, thank you. I wanted to ask you, what does Hate the Hate mean to you? What is your stance on this terrible epidemic of bullying and teen suicides that's been running rampant for the past couple of years now?
No, man, it holds a special place in my heart. High school, even before that, I was a victim of that kind of stuff, and it was just so annoying. It was such kind of like a dead weight, And like 6 people can go through 6 different things and handle it 6 different ways. So a lot of these people don't really know the effect that they're having on the people, these victims, really, And now with technology giving more outlets, for bullies to take advantage of other people, it's even a little bit worse. We've definitely come a long way, especially with like gay and lesbians, being more accepted and
oh, absolutely. Thankfully, due to the media being a lot more accepting, and A-listers like Neil Patrick Harris that have come out and shown that the gay lifestyle is actually exactly what it is. It's not a lifestyle, a life choice. It's just a life.
That's exactly right. And it even goes with other races as well. I mean, obviously with September 11 stuff, a lot of people had skewed views on different things. But it's weird because bullies are like God in the sense that they feel that they need to put fear into people in order to gain respect. So with that being said, I feel like it's kind of like the opposite. Because it's a learned behavior. People aren't born cruel.
Yes.
And I think parents and teachers have a big role to play, in making kids comfortable with coming forth and saying, hey, this person's like really making my life terrible, And but not only that, those adults have to do something about it as well because they're catering to it. Oh yeah, they're kids do this. No, kids don't do that. It's learned behavior. You're teaching them and you're encouraging that type of behavior. So it's really unacceptable at this point in time. And just to forward our human civilization, I think we got to wake up a little bit more and do think awesome things like this.
I have to touch on what you just said. I've never actually heard an analogy quite like that. Bullies are like God in the fact that they have to instill fear in people. I have to shake your hand on that because I've never ever thought of it that way, but you're 100% right in the aspect of what organized religion does and a lot of these the terror groups as well, like you had brought up. It really is another form of terror and terrorizing, and unfortunately, young kids like preteens and early teenagers, even for adults too, they don't know how to handle this. You said that you were a victim of bullying in high school. How did you deal with that while you were younger? What did you do for yourself? Who did you turn to, if anybody at all? Talk a little bit about that.
It was really interesting. I mean, I just turned to music, really. I mean, that's people. Absolutely, man. I mean, it goes without saying.
Music is a savior.
It really is. It really is. And but I was fortunate in that I was able to be aware of it, and know that it wasn't me, and kind of spin it into something positive, But unfortunately, not everyone has that, I guess awareness or state of mind where they could be like, hey, this guy's just an asshole. Let me, do something positive out of it. Some people, I mean, it really hits home so much that they kill themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it makes me speechless. I mean, yeah.
It's a waste of life. It's an unfortunate waste of life in the long run as well because these poor kids, who knows what they could have grown up to do with themselves and their lives and what they could have done for the world and humanity in the long run. And like, I've always been open about my own experiences and yeah, of course I had suicidal thoughts when I was younger, dealing with my own sexuality and dealing with depression and bipolar disorder and thankfully the same as you, I turned to music and movies as well, just any sort of form of entertainment and self-expression. What is something that you would say to anyone watching this, any kid that may be watching this that's going through bullying, that's being picked on, that's unsure of themselves and down on themselves? What would you have to say to them?
Well, really, I mean, guys, just don't feel ashamed of it, You're not alone. People go through it all the time. Some of the people that you look up to, you know, famous celebrities, they go through it too because they're different, you know, and people sometimes fear what they don't see fit as normal, you know. So, you know, just to have the courage to talk to someone, you know, there's people there, guidance counselors, teachers, you know, and be open about it with your friends too, you know. If they're your friends, they'll stick up for you, you know, and there's strength in numbers, you know, and if you all go up there and be like, hey, this person's causing a problem, you know, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It's not really worth holding it all in like that, you know. It's not worth being isolated and, you know, not talking about it, you know. It's definitely something important, and it can affect you for the rest of your life, you know, so it's very important.
Absolutely, and he's 100% right in that aspect. There are guidance counselors, there are websites you can go to, just Google or Bing, you know, anything that you need in order to find the help that's necessary for you. There's no reason to take your own life, and there's no reason to just be a cutter or be down on yourself or turn to drugs and alcohol. That's not the answer in the long run. Well, with that being said, at Hate the Hate New Jersey, you are playing and you are basically the headliner. So let me ask you, what can we expect from your live show that night?
Well, we'll have a little bit of a longer set, so we'll be playing some, you know, some older stuff we haven't played in a while. You know, just high energy, face melting shred, man, you know?
Face melting shred! That's what I'm talking about. So Angel, any last words to anyone that might be watching this that you want to say anything to at all?
I guess the other thing, I mean, you know, with teachers and, you know, parents who see, you know, bullies in action, you know, I mean, you'll be doing them a favor as well by addressing it to them directly, you know, not just the victims, because I mean, these people, I mean, believe it or not, they have twice as much of a chance in being convicted of crimes, you know,
yes,
and 4 times of a chance and repeatedly doing that, you know. So it's really worth it to, you know, cater to them and figure out what's going on with them, because most likely they're people who have been abused themselves.
Exactly.
You know? So it's a big circle of negativity that it needs to stop, you know. So reach out to these kids, man, because there's a lot of online resources, a lot of, you know, hotlines and stuff.
The Trevor Project, it gets better. Go to these websites and you'll find the help that's necessary.
Absolutely. You know, so you know, just reach out to them, you know, and those who are being victims, just speak up.
Well, Angel, thank you so much for sitting down with me. Thank you so much for being a part of Hate the Hate. This is your second Hate the Hate that you are playing. And now it's in your hometown of New Jersey, so of course I had to bring them back. Plus, come on, look at that face. Angel, thank you so much.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
And everyone, Hate the Hate New Jersey, Dingbats, October 12th, with performances by Angel Vivald, CHARETTA, Seas of Wake, The August Infinity, Purple Pam and the Flesh Eaters, Bound by Substance, and more. All the proceeds will be donated to the Trevor Project, the It Gets Better Project, and the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. I'm Tim No37. We've got a lot more interviews coming up. Thank you so much for the support, and please get help if you need it, and please reach out your hand to someone if you know they need help.